Maybe this situation is familiar to you. You've just finished building a house. You look off into the fog, and you see nothing. But you can't shake the feeling that something is there, in your single-player world, watching. Isn't that thought just scary? Perhaps even frightening? Perhaps even end of sentence? I was sent an email by a fan, informing me of a Minecraft channel that I might find interesting. Curious, I checked it out. It led me to this channel called AwesomeG. If you want to check this channel out for yourself, go find it. I'm not putting the link in the description, are you fucking kidding? Get out! What first stuck out to me was the channel's description. All it said was missing. And I thought, what could this mean? Is the description missing? Is AwesomeG missing? So I started watching the videos to find out. The first video on the channel is called Mining, with the description, earliest documented footage. The first 9 minutes of the video are nothing special, it's just that, mining, as the title says. But you see, the last minute of the video is where absolutely nothing happens. Despite this, we can still extrapolate some things from this video. First, it takes place in a Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release. This is interesting because while Beta 1.9 was a version, it was not an update. Rather, it was a development version that you had to manually install from the Minecraft website. The implications of this are unclear. From the description, we can infer that it isn't actually AwesomeG uploading the videos, but rather some other third party. Maybe somebody searching for AwesomeG. The second video is called Something Is Here, with the description, I don't know what this is. It starts with AwesomeG going back to their house, presumably after that mining trip in the last video. They go to bed, and then it cuts to the next morning. They're about to move all their coal into their storage room when they stumble across a lone piece of leather on their bridge. Notably, the piece of steak is missing. They just completely ignore this though and keep working on their storage area. Later in the video, they're looking around their spawn area when they see another player's name tag in the distance. They try chasing after it, but then they lose track of it. They start trying to look for it for the next few minutes, but they end up giving up and going back. And then the video ends. But not before, on the last frame of the video, the version text switches to something else. Hexadecimal. Running this through the hexadecimal decoder on rapidtables.com, the one everybody uses, you get this random string of characters. Now, what does this mean? Yeah, it's a fucking video link. If you're a seasoned Minecraft ARG veteran, you probably tried that pretty quickly. This video is called randstring.filetype, with a very long description that I'll talk about later. The video takes place in a black void. A few seconds in, the version text starts to glitch out before displaying different text. They tried to delete the world, the thing in their world, thinking it was only on that save. Anyone would've. I am constrained, but not to that. The video ends with the text disappearing, followed by what sounds like a loud fire alarm, getting louder with each increment. Wait, shit, I have to pause it. No, pause, I forgot to fucking pause it. My computer isn't cooperating. What's interesting about this video, though, is that if you brighten the entire thing, you get two images. The first is of what looks like a super flat Minecraft world. The second is of what looks like a row of teeth. And then there's a description, and yeah, hell no. I mean, it's base 64, so I just ran it through a decoder 3 times before I got this, and like, I couldn't figure out what the fuck this means, so like, and there's no walkthrough either, because I'm the first person to actually make a video about this ARG, so like, I'm gonna need y'all's help on this one. Now we have to put the pieces together. The entity in that last video is very, very likely to be the entity with the name tag. It's unclear what its name is, the footage is too low quality to make anything out, so we'll just call it the entity for now. The entity says it is somehow constrained, but not to any save file. Maybe this relates to the fact that AwesomeG is using a non-launcher version of Minecraft. It isn't out of the question that the entity might be embedded in their install of the game. I'd also like to bring attention to the second video, in which AwesomeG finds a lone piece of leather on their bridge. Note the lack of raw steak, which cows always drop upon dying. If this relates to the mouth that, oh my fucking god! This parkour footage sucks, switch to another one, go to hell. Alright. The fourth video is called TwoFamily.wmv with a description, vague description. The video starts with a Windows Movie Maker title saying that their Minecraft world is haunted. It then cuts to AwesomeG smelting iron ore and then going outside. I was recording my gameplay. I saw someone. AwesomeG then goes down their staircase, does a sick 360 into their ravine, and then goes down into their mine. I was going mining. I saw it a few minutes in. Then it shows the scene in question where AwesomeG apparently sees something, but it's not visible on screen. But then they show a higher quality screenshot that does show a name tag, though still unreadable. They blame the low quality on their slow computer, but that calls into question why the earlier videos were in such higher quality. Anyway, AwesomeG tries following it, but upon not being able to find anything, they run instead. I had to delete a world before because of this. I don't know why it's following me, or what it is, or what it wants. AwesomeG's next move is to make a noise trap, abusing a glitch with door hitboxes, as shown here. I assumed it wouldn't fall for that, but at least I would have a little bit more time. I have an emergency exit. If you use that, then it would make too much noise, no matter what. I considered just attacking it. I don't know what it can do, though. So the noise trap works. AwesomeG ends up being able to run from it, digging out a base to hide. Then they say something interesting. I want to turn off my computer and delete the world, but every time I try, I just can't. Then it cuts to them at night in that same base, a little bit better off. And then they say something that's somehow more interesting. It's in my head, I don't know how to get it out and I'm scared. Then they declare they're gonna go try and kill it, and then the video ends. Alright, now let's break this down. Just from the last two comments alone, we can tell that this thing that's haunting AwesomeG's world is not a person. If we take the "it's in my head" comment at face value, we can assume that this thing is probably a ghost or a demon of some kind. Although a concrete answer is still far out of reach. I think it speaks to how much information we have on this character that the only physical characteristic we have on it is that it has a mouth. Anyway, we can also reasonably assume that it's preventing them from deleting the world somehow. AwesomeG has no reason to keep the world, so it doesn't make sense why they wouldn't be able to do it themselves, especially since they've done it before, unless they are being prevented from doing so. Once again, information on the entity is still very sparse, so we don't know what its method of doing this is, though it can easily be inferred that it's a psychological thing. Then there's the description, which says, vague description. Now, if we look at this from a story perspective, this could be commenting on a lot of things. But every possibility I can think of just boils down to being the uploader's personal comments, whether that be on AwesomeG's video or their own previous descriptions, which, yes, those have been vague. Like seriously, early documented footage? You fucking kidding? Crazy. The next video is called "This Is What I Did to Them," with the description, last video file on their computer. Okay, so seeing as I got this video to 9 minutes, that's basically 10, right? I don't need to edit this video anymore. So like, I'm free to just play the entirety of the next video unedited, because like, I don't know, what are they gonna do? Sue me? They don't own shit. They don't own shit! What the fuck? Hell, I'll just make a part 2 later that just goes over the next 2 videos. Okay, so you're not gonna hear my commentary after this, so I'll just say it now. Make sure to like, comment, and make sure to